INFJs, stop doing this. It's ruining your mental health. INFJs are known for their deep empathy, intuition, and unwavering commitment to others. While these qualities make them incredible friends and partners, they also create vulnerabilities that can lead to emotional exhaustion, burnout, and even manipulation. In this video, we're going to talk about the 14 habits INFJs need to stop right now to protect their mental health. Some of these may be hard to hear, but by the end of this video, you'll have the tools you need to make real, lasting changes that honor your emotional well-being while still allowing you to be the compassionate, deep-feeling person you are. 1. Stop prioritizing others over yourself. INFJs have a deeply ingrained tendency to put other people's needs above their own. While this comes from a place of love, it often leads to self-neglect and emotional depletion. You might drop everything to support a friend going through a crisis, even if you're already overwhelmed with your own struggles. Over time, this pattern leaves you exhausted and unfulfilled. Recognize that your needs matter just as much as anyone else's. Practice saying, "I'd love to help, but I need to take care of myself first." Setting limits isn't selfish, it's self-preservation. 2. Stop absorbing other people's emotions. As natural empaths, INFJs tend to take on the emotions of those around them, which can be overwhelming and mentally draining. After spending time with an anxious or angry person, you might find yourself feeling the same way, even if their emotions had nothing to do with you. Develop strong emotional boundaries. Visualize a protective shield around you that allows you to understand others' emotions without absorbing them. Ground yourself with meditation or time in nature to release emotional overload. 3. Stop ignoring your own needs. INFJs often struggle to recognize their own needs, especially when they're busy caring for others. You might feel emotionally exhausted but push through it because someone else needs you more. Tune into your own emotions. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? Make self-care non-negotiable, whether that's rest, solitude, or creative expression. 4. Stop overanalyzing every social interaction. INFJs tend to replay conversations in their minds, analyzing every detail and worrying about how they were perceived. After a casual conversation, you might obsess over whether you said the wrong thing or if the other person secretly took offense. Accept that most people aren't scrutinizing you as closely as you think. When you catch yourself spiraling, remind yourself, I am not responsible for other people's perceptions. 5. Stop saying yes when you want to say no. People-pleasing is one of the biggest INFJ struggles. Saying yes out of obligation leads to resentment and burnout. A coworker asks for help on a project, but you already have too much on your plate. Instead of declining, you agree and suffer the consequences later. Practice saying no with confidence. Start small. I can't commit to that right now, but I appreciate you thinking of me. Over time, it will feel more natural. 6. Stop bottling up your emotions. INFJs often suppress their feelings to avoid burdening others or causing conflict. But ignoring emotions doesn't make them disappear, it just leads to inner turmoil. Instead of expressing frustration with a friend, you keep it to yourself, only for the resentment to build up until you eventually explode or withdraw completely. Learn to express your emotions in a healthy way. Journaling, therapy, or simply talking things out with a trusted friend can prevent emotional buildup. 7. Stop believing you have to fix everyone. INFJs feel deeply connected to others' pain and often take on the role of healer. But not everyone wants to be healed, and trying to fix people drains your energy. You spend months trying to help a friend overcome toxic habits, only to realize they have no real desire to change. Recognize that personal growth is an individual journey. Offer support, but don't take on responsibility for someone else's healing. 8. Stop neglecting alone time. INFJs need solitude to recharge, yet they often push themselves into social situations out of obligation. You agree to weekend plans with friends even though what you really need is a quiet day at home. Protect your alone time like it's sacred. Schedule it into your routine and don't apologize for needing it. 9. Stop letting others define your worth. INFJs can be highly sensitive to external validation, which makes them susceptible to self-doubt when others criticize or dismiss them. A coworker dismisses your idea in a meeting, and suddenly, you start questioning your abilities and worth. Anchor your self-worth in who you are, not in how others perceive you. Remind yourself daily, I am enough just as I am. 10. Stop holding on to toxic relationships. Because INFJs value deep connections, they sometimes struggle to let go of relationships that are no longer healthy. A friend constantly drains your energy with negativity, but you hold on to the friendship out of loyalty. If a relationship consistently harms your mental well-being, it's okay to let it go. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. 11. Stop overcommitting. INFJs often feel pressure to be everything to everyone, leading to exhaustion. You volunteer for multiple projects at once, only to feel completely overwhelmed. Prioritize your commitments. Before saying yes, ask yourself, do I have the energy for this? If the answer is no, give yourself permission to decline. 12. Stop suppressing your intuition. INFJs have incredibly strong intuition, but they sometimes ignore it in favor of logic or external opinions. You sense that someone is being dishonest, but you dismiss it, only to later realize your intuition was right all along. Trust your gut. Your intuition is a powerful guide. If something feels off, don't ignore it. 13. Stop comparing yourself to others. INFJs can be prone to perfectionism, leading them to feel inadequate when comparing themselves to others. You see someone else excelling in their career and start doubting your own path. Remember that your journey is unique. Focus on your own progress instead of measuring yourself against others. 14. Stop ignoring your own dreams. INFJs often put their aspirations on hold for the sake of others. You always wanted to write a book, but you've spent years prioritizing other responsibilities instead. Your dreams matter. Start taking small steps toward them today. Your future self will thank you. INFJs, if any of these habits resonate with you, now is the time to make a change. You are worthy of care, rest, and self-respect. Breaking these patterns won't happen overnight, but every small step you take toward protecting your mental health is a step toward a more fulfilling life. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with other INFJs who might need this message. Let's build a community where we can thrive, together. Stay safe, and see you in the next one.